Okay, good. Now the question is, like, in your book, you talk about something. In your real estate book, you talk about it's better to go with a pre-leased property and all in your book.
Yes,
So
right.
what is this pre-leased property?
Pre-leased property is property with a corporation or a company on certain terms and so right from day one, your income is assured, and you know how much percent you are generating from that property. So immediately from day one, a predictable income for a certain number of years. Like property
Okay.
is taken on rent for 9 years from a corporation. You know how much period property is on lease and how much rental returns you are getting. You can make investment decision and you can get
Okay.
predictable returns every investment right from day one. So these are
Okay.
called pre-leased property. Like bank, 12 years period, and they are paying 1 lakh rupees, and the property value is 2.5 CR. So like you can calculate like in shares, you can count your
RP ratio.
RP ratio in yearly rent. So you'll come to know how much rate of return percent or 5% you are getting on this property. Plus, if you add
Okay. RP
appreciation
ratio.
rate, so you will know ki how much returns you are going to generate on this particular property in long term.
Very
Can be
nice.
looked
Very
at
nice. Very nice.
Pre-leased
Okay.
ATMs.
So correct. Now people are there in this call, either from, let's say you are taking this call, let's say from Bombay. Okay. Some people are taking this call from Chennai. Okay. Now there is a good property available in Bangalore. Okay. So it is far away from you. It is far away from me. So what kind of, like, location, when it comes to location, so should I look at only at the location where I am operating, or can I look at a property where it's slightly far away? When I say slightly far away, I'm talking about Bangalore. So what is your recommendation? How should I choose commercial property? Let's assume that it's a pre-leased property as well, because I am a busy person, I'm a doctor. So how will I manage this commercial property?
Based on my experience, my advice would be to buy where you are staying, living within where you can reach easily within 1 hours. In case of outstation property, if it is in other state or other city, becomes difficult to manage it. Like finding if you want to sell it or if you want to maintain it or manage it, dependent on other people for doing that. And that ecosystem currently is not there in India, like in US, UK, and Dubai. On Dubai, they have management companies. So at a small fee, they manage your property and sell it for you. They uh, do all renting job or whatever is required by the leasee. They do all that thing, and they deposit the rent in your.
And collection agents.
So they are executing even in, for leasing of the property, and they're only 2 to 5% of yearly rental fee.
In India, we don't have
But
that.
India currently we don't have that.
You have the risk of an unknown territory, the legal framework, the political framework, the societal framework.
So it is better.
Okay. So the biggest tip that you are given for our attendees today, the biggest tip is that is, as long as I can travel within 1 hour, you say, like, that 1 hour limit. So wherever I am stay put is within 1 hour limit, I can go by car or whatever means of transport. You are saying that that is slightly better
Yes.
because easy to manage. I can see what happens and all that stuff. Correct?
Yes.
That's your experience. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes. So
Now,
we
oh,
not to be
yeah.
dependent on anyone. You can yourself manage it.
I can, because I can also save the 2 to 3%. Whatever, like, instead of giving the 2 to 3% of
Yes.
management fee or whatever, I
Yes.
can also save that. And, like, I am at better control and all.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one question, related question, like, the last 8 years in Chennai or 9 years in Chennai, this came through WhatsApp as a question also. There are a lot of ups and downs happened in the real estate industry between 2015 and 2023. We saw 2 floods, like, entering streets and all that stuff. Then we also saw a COVID situation. Now you are asking us to invest in a commercial real estate. Now let's assume that, like, I've got a commercial real estate, let's say for 50 lakhs or 1 crore, and 2 times floods and, like, 1 time COVID, like tenants are not paying and all. What are the pros and cons of a commercial real estate? Like, if this happens, how should I manage?
Pros, like pros of commercial, you are getting higher rental return and you are getting good appreciation. Third, you are getting consistent return on long term, like minimum 3 to 5 year agreement or 9 year agreements are there.
Bank. So I do it with a bank, so I
Less
get 3
headache to
years.
manage and maintain.
3 years, 5 years I get, yeah.
Right. So you are getting inflation adjusted return over there, commercial properties. And cons is like vacancy period like corona or flood. It can go vacant for a long period of time. So you should be able to
Pay the EMI.
if you're taken it on loan, or that if you are taken for, it will be
Zero cash flows.
zero cash flows for 1 or 2 years, because residential real estate, it takes time to lease out the commercial real estate.
A year or two also may take if it is a big property.
If it is a big property, smaller normally takes lesser
Like
time.
pre-leased property and all may take 1 year, 2 year also to find a tenant if it's.
So there are some cons are there. So as you mentioned, like, there are advantages are also there. There are some disadvantages are there. For example, if the rainwater comes, even if it is a bank, like, the bank will say that I don't want to operate from there. Cars cannot be parked and all that stuff. So there could be some things will be there. So I need to take care of that.
Depends. Proper legal vetting, selection. If you apply those criterias, you can select the right property, and you can calculate the rate of returns in advance. Correct property can generate. Based on that, you can make that investment decision. Never invest without assessing the rate of returns in rental terms, terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
First you assess, then only make the decision.
So for the said, maybe, avoiding those in property selection area, avoiding low-lying areas, looking for areas which generally don't get flooded.
Like commercial building, make first floor, second floor.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Big residential buildings, normally ground floor, first floor and second floor is commercial, and from third floor onward it's a residential. Ground floor is getting flooded, you can select first or second floor commercial areas.
Got it. Tips for us. In your book, like,
Right.
I've seen, yeah, beautiful. In your book, I've seen some checklist and all, like, you just say, how do you do a property selection checklist? So you give a lot of tips, like, you ask us to do like kind of rating 1 to 5 and all that stuff, and then do it, correct?
Yes.
Now
yes.
the question is,
I've given
what are the broad
metrics in my book.
What is it? You have what do you have in your book?
I have given a measurement metrics before finalizing any property in my book, actually.
Okay. You have metrics. Okay. Measurement metrics. Okay.
How to apply that? Let's say you have 4 proposals. Select the one right property among that 4. So in financial mastery program, I give more on that, on each points, how to apply to that property and based on decision. Okay.
So it's a scoring system, like, you clearly say, like, based on the scoring system, whether to do the program and all, like, buy the property or not. Okay.
Location.